Some of my influences would have to be John Bonham, Led Zepplin, Neil Peart of Rush, of course Buddy Rich, the king of drumming, Steve Gadd of Steely Dan, did I say Charlie Watts, Rolling Stones, those guys. Recently, I'm a big Travis Barker fan. I love Evans Blue, Maylene and the Sons of Disaster, Escape the Fate. Those are some just kicking drums. I like immensely how drums have come to the forefront. Way back when, you're talking 60s, 50s, excluding jazz. I mean, drums were pretty much buried. You had country music and you had a bass snare and that was it.
Yeah.
With the advent of technology and the energy of music, it's grown and it's a great time to be a drummer. But John Bonham, Led Zepplin, I really admired his hi-hat work and some of his linear stuff, like stuff like that. He was great at linear triplets on the drum. Those kind of things. I love Charlie Watts, the Rolling Stones, how he would use ghost notes with his left hand instead of everything being even volume. He would play his left hand really softly. Love that kind of stuff. And instead of stealing his ideas like that, I use that in some of my own playing, hi-hat work, just to little things like that, a soft left hand, ghost notes. Neil Peart was great with his double bass and the different time signatures, Tom Sawyer, just that kind of stuff. He was great double bass, the 16th note. He got me inspired into double bass drumming years ago. Steely Dan, Steve Gadd, he was just right on top of stuff, is all I can say. He was a great jazz fusion drummer. He did a lot of fast, and of course Buddy Rich, he was Mr. Zippy, so we're all trying to catch up to Nolan Ryan. So.
Yeah.
Travis Barker, I love his hi-hat work. I love his patterns like that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
Instead of stealing his stuff, I listen to what he's good at and his forte, and just try and out of respect, and some of his stuff's really fun to play, but try not to steal it.
Yeah, he's a power drummer too, from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's a great single stroke. He's very the only drummer I've heard recently that has a real jazz influence. Jazz fusion and a rock drummer, so I kind of click with him. I really do.
Yeah, I think he's really popular now, or has been in the last 5 years. He's done a lot of stuff with hip hop, and there's no boundaries for him.
Yeah,
and he's willing to do everything.
Who really, break the mold.
Yeah, they don't care what they're ready to try anything.
Yeah,
but yeah, say it's somebody like, say, Barker, or the newer drummers out there, if they're trying to learn how to play like them, what would you suggest how to start out?
They want to play like Travis Barker?
Well, or just some of the newer drummers, or just that type of music.
Well, drums, it's a lot like baseball. I mean, you got, first and foremost, you're always trying to get speed. No one's ever heard a great slow drum solo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of us sat around years ago, your single stroke row. Everyone sits around going. Do that daily, and drums are double strokes. Disciplines. Travis Barker has got a great foot, so we do what's called the drum row with a single bass. You start off just going. Doing that daily, so those are a couple of things that I did. double bass, simple starting off with just 16th notes. That, and just playing around with your left hand, adding spices. I believe it's Thomas Lang, one of the top drummers, instructors and so forth. He advocates trying to play everything you do with your hands, try and mimic it with your feet. So if you're doing and that's what he's doing. I like to play 16th notes and just solo with my feet and solo on top with the hands.
Yeah.